Hello, 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 and welcome back to episode 21 of The Good, the Dan, the Florida Man. We are 21 episodes in, and with you, as always, your hosts.
I'm the Good, I'm Ryan, and we also got some of the...
We've got some of the Dan. I'm the Dan. I'm the guy who's the Dan. And we also got some of the...
Ben.
So we've got B.
I'm Ben. Yeah, I'm the Florida Man. What do you mean you have some of the Dan?
I don't know, man.
I'm
My
not
brain
entirely complete.
That was not fair to me.
Still gathering up my armor.
And not fair to you.
No, I'm just...
We've been doing this every week the same way.
No, my brain is slow.
21 weeks. Okay.
My brain is slow and my heart is full. Okay, that's all you need to know.
Listen. All right. Okay, man. Whatever you say. If this is your first time listening to us, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope we say some things that make you want to come back next week. Yes. We are three stand-up comedians that got famous on TikTok after the world shut down and decided to start a podcast while we couldn't go anywhere else. And so this is kind of what happened 21 weeks later, and we're having fun. We hope you guys are too. Since we are stand-up comedians, we do still have some shows coming up here and there. So Ryan, you got any shows coming up?
I do. I didn't put them in the thing that we normally read off of because, again, brain is slow today, but that is okay. Here's what I got. I got September 14th, Raleigh, at Good Nights, and then and then on the 15th, I've got Charlotte, North Carolina, at the Comedy Zone. And on the 16th, I got Zanies in Nashville, which is gonna be fun.
It was. I was just there, and it's fantastic.
It looks so cool. I'm stoked. I'm stoked to go.
Tell Lucy I said hello.
Lucy, I shall. It'll be nice.
Okay.
I'm doing some college shows, so if you want to see me, go to college, specifically in Pennsylvania, because Pennsylvania loves booking me, and I don't know why, but I'm so thankful that they do. But yeah. But if you're not in college, it's going to be tough. I'm going to a place called Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Do you know how perfect that is for Youth Pastor Ryan? That's just the best.
That's entirely why you got booked. They were like,
yeah,
he knows what we want.
He gets it. As a group. But yeah, that's for me. Dan, what you got?
I don't got no shows. Hey. I'm literally just doing open mics. I just did a whole bunch of weird gigs, and they always seem to come up right in the week that I do them. So just come out to comedy shows in general. If you're in Wise Guys or whatever, Salt Lake, you'll probably see me. Ben.
What do you mean you don't have a show coming up?
I guess I have one show that I got booked for yesterday. That's in August 25th at WB's Eatery, which is a weed social. So if you're a weed advocate, come check me out. that's
you're also doing a show with me.
I am. Oh, yeah. What am I talking about? I forgot about that. I'm also opening up for the amazing Ben Brainard at Jordan Landing in Utah on the 17th of September. What? So there's that.
It'll be a lot better once it's there and he remembers to come to the show. Because I'm going to be staying with him, so he better remember.
I love the image of just Ben going to a show that Dan is supposed to be at. You guys staying together and Dan being like, wait, when? We're going now? Like, this is...
Are we doing this today? I don't have time. I
scheduled some things. I have gardens to attend to. Like, this is... I have...
fun. Ben?
I have... It feels like a lot of shows, but it's only like one show at each of these places, so it's really not a whole lot of stuff, but I do have some shows coming up. August 13th, Tallahassee, Florida. That show is sold out. August 19th, Gainesville, Florida at Vecinos. There's still some tickets available on my website. August 21st, I'll be in Boca Raton, Florida at the Boca Black Box. August 22nd, I'll be in Wesley Chapel, Florida at the Side Splitters at the Grove. September 17th, I'll be in Jordan Landing, Utah with Dan at Wise Guys there. September 18th, I'll be filming a dry bar special in Provo, Utah. Yeah, so if you guys want to come support me at my first special taping, it's 20 minutes, I believe. 20 to 25 minutes is the length of it. So I'll be doing that in Provo, Utah, September 18th. October 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, I'll be in Ohio doing the Funny Bones in Liberty Township, Dayton, Toledo, and Columbus. And then October 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, I'll be in the Carolinas. 17th is Raleigh at the Raleigh Improv. 18th is Greenville at the Comedy Zone. 19th is Charlotte at the Comedy Zone. The 20th is Greensboro at the Comedy Zone.
Yeah.
And the podcast has a show coming up.
We do.
August 28th, we will be in Morris, Minnesota at the University of Minnesota Morris. That show is free and open to the public. So if you're in the area, come on out. If you're not in the area, be in the area. What are you doing?
If you want to see a panicked Ryan, just watch him do that show and then fly the next morning to a wedding that's at noon that I'm standing in. I'm standing in it. And not only that, then I'm hosting the reception. So
I think you'll be
good practice.
Teetering in it. You'll just be wavering. You're like, I'm very tired.
Yeah.
Waka waka.
That was such a good Berbiglia. That was exactly that.
Anything happened to you this week, Ryan, that you want to share with the people listening?
I guess it's been a minute. I don't think I've talked about Vegas.
No.
Vegas.
What happens in Vegas?
It stays in
Well,
Vegas.
it has to stay there.
Yeah, we had that. Wendy's followed me on TikTok, and that was just a good moment of like, I want to parlay this into some free 4 for 4s. Is honestly what I want.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you get four free 4 for 4s.
That seems fair. 4 4 4 4.
Yeah. I'm not good with math, so yeah.
Right. I don't like it. But yeah, that was cool. Went to Vegas. Went with some of the boys. That was fun. Super chill. Yeah. There's a guy named Echo.
As Vegas is.
Who does music, who was just like, hey man, I know all the people. We were like, that's cool. And then he knew all the people. So we got to do something called Stadium Swim, which was on top of a hotel.
I saw that.
And it was just, it was just so wild and so dope. And there was it was free too. And they comped us bottle service. And that's what was just crazy. So we were like, this is insane. And so, yeah, and I've never
had
a
lot of money.
Yeah. There was a moment where I was like, I've never had this kind of like love or money sent my way in one direction ever before. So I was like, this is incredibly different. So yeah, it was cool. It was just fun. Yeah. What about you guys?
Well, that's
anything
exciting.
else? Day in the life. Oh, we almost like lost each other in different ways. And then like because people kept running off to different things. And so we're like, And then, did anybody else hear that? Or is that just me?
No, I hear that.
Damn.
It's probably my apartment. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know what happened. Your mic was trying to adjust because you were quiet for so long, so it just got really loud. So you have to make noise every so often.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
That's not the image of Dan.
Perfect. Perfect.
But yeah, the craziest thing that happened was, my favorite thing is, I don't think that'll probably pick up in the final product. So it's just going to be me and Ben going quiet, staring at each other, and then the podcast listeners are going to be like, "What is going on?" But yeah, we just lost each other occasionally. It was very fun. We had a great.
That's kind of what Vegas is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vegas.
And I picked up John. No one thinks I can carry John, but I threw him over my shoulder.
I saw that. I was impressed. Honestly,
I was
John
trying
is
to find
a big dude. John is a big dude.
Yeah, I was really impressed at how you hid the wires. That was some really good editing.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got a Photoshop editor. It's great.
That was better than that was better than what the Power Rangers had when they were on TV. You could see all those wires.
I know. Yeah. No. Everyone said it was a pillow. It's like, no, we got a full animatronic. It actually weighed more than John. That's what made it impressive. Dan, what about you? Week in Life, what happened?
Week in the Life, I went to LA and performed with Ben. It was very fantastic. I got to meet all of my favorite comedians. But a fun fact is that I technically got kicked out of my house, and I had to move out of my house before I went to LA. So I packed up all my stuff, tossed it in a storage locker, and am now living with my parents in a senior living facility, which is why there's so many funky noises coming into my mic.
so fun.
We love it. We love it.
A senior living facility in Utah.
Utah, yes.
That's not even like the fun living facility, because the ones in Florida have the highest, fastest growing rates of STDs in the world. I can't imagine it's the same story in Utah.
I don't think so. No.
A senior a senior living facility in Utah just sounds like you said the same thing twice. A senior living facility
is a senior living facility.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been pretty fun. I've been on an air mattress for the past 2 days and have a strong desire to get out. So I am going to try and find an apartment in the next week. Hopefully get a little bit more of backdrop. But for now, you can enjoy my wonderful mother's home decorations behind me.
Yeah, you're welcome to stay here. It's only, 9 hours away?
Yeah, only 9 hours away. That'd be great. Ben, what happened to you this week?
I actually got to play D&D for the first time in my life, Dungeons and Dragons, which I know sounds like super nerdy if you've never heard of it or whatever, but it's a lot of fun. It's like a video game in real life where you get to play with like improv skills and stuff. You can basically do whatever you want as long as your DM.
Now you understand why I love everything about it. Yeah, like there's improv skills, video games. Oh my gosh!
Absolutely.
Wait, what kind of character
I went with some
were you?
friends. So I was joining a one-shot, which is just like, it's a campaign where nothing like carries over from anything else, and you just kind of create whatever the storyline needs. And they were like, we need a fighter. And I was like, you bet. And so I just made the biggest, dumbest character that I could. And that was just the whole thing. He had a battle axe and a warhammer and a boomerang that he threw for no reason. It did no damage whatsoever, ever. And I was just dumb and strong the whole time. For example, on the dumb thing, we had another character that was like a shapeshifter.
Uh-huh.
She was like a bird woman, but she would like change into other creatures to go into battle.
Yeah.
And so I called her Bird Lady the whole time. Didn't learn any names. I just called them what they looked like. So I was like, Bird Lady, come here. And then during battle, she would turn into a different animal. And I never pieced together that it was the same person, like just changing into animals. So after every fight, I'd be like, Bird Lady, where were you? You missed a fight. Like, we had fun. And so, like, that was just, like, the character that I had.
On the battlefield.
And, like, I didn't have any magic whatsoever, so the only thing that I could do was just hit people with a giant hammer, and my only special move was to do it again. So anytime, like, I had an attack move, I would just hit people, like, 5 times in a row with a hammer until they died, and that was just the only thing that I could do. And it was fun. I enjoyed it, so I'm going to be playing more. And I think you guys, eventually we'll do a one-shot for the podcast.
We should. That'd be so much fun.
Honestly, I think that would be really fun to do.
That'd be a fun episode.
We should get a whole bunch of random TikTokers as well. And just have everybody come participate and be, like, really
Absolutely. Absolutely.
PvP
So more to come. So today's episode of the podcast is a story time episode. We will be talking about wild animal encounters that we've all had, and Dan's is about to be very Africa. But before we jump into that, we have to tell you that today's episode is actually sponsored by Manscaped.
We got support for
Manscaped.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell.
My shirt didn't come in the mail yet.
Well, Dan has been like moving and stuff, so his probably just actually went to the wrong place. But how do I? Oh, it's over here. Yeah. So yeah, we're wearing this because we feel like we should. They didn't really tell us we had to, but it's a very comfortable shirt anyway.
It's wonderful. Yeah.
Support for Good the Dan the Florida Man today is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming, champions of the world. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th-generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0.
Yes.
You heard that right. The 4.0. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code GDFM20 at manscaped.com.
Yes, 20% off.
They actually,
guys, we're
they
a code.
sent us a
cool
goodie
is that?
bag. Yeah, we're a code.
We're a code.
They sent us some other stuff with the trimmer. Like they sent a nose and ear hair trimmer.
Yeah,
the
I got
Weed
that too.
Whacker.
Yeah.
And I was like, my knees are old, not my nose. Thank you, though. I did use it because I was like, I have to, right?
Oh, you absolutely have to.
I didn't feel comfortable sticking it in my ears, but my nose got the treatment. And I feel I could breathe better, I guess. I don't know.
Just a clean schnoz feels right.
The Delta
yeah. I had to get all the germs off of
Lambda. Like, just
and they sent us, so it comes with the lawnmower, which is I have right here.
For those who are just listening, enjoy this visual display.
No, it's small. It fits in your hand. It's about the same size, and so it's good. It's comfortable to hold in your hand. It's good and it's smooth, and it comes with like guards, so you don't actually hurt yourself like other.
That's the key right there, because I have multiple trimmers. Only when, to be honest with you, I've been using Manscaped for a few years now, and that was like
send all of that stuff back. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It was just revolutionary to have a guard because I kept like nicking myself. I don't know what you guys call it, but yeah,
nicking.
And it was just annoying. And then I got the guards, and it was life-changing.
Most importantly, and now to kind of skew towards a little less scripted, I'm going to take credit for us getting Manscaped because of how frequently I say I'm not wearing pants. Yeah! And I feel like they knew what was up. Funny thing, they actually did email specifically me out of this. I have a feeling it was because they did it. They were like, hey, we want to contact the GDFM podcast. So I was like, yeah, no, but thank you for coming to me because you knew that. I think they just knew I was the most susceptible to it. They were just like, we got him. He's clearly warm. And so, what a delight.
Like, you know who really needs it is this guy.
Well, they sent you the boxers, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Us the boxers.
I can't show them, but trust me.
Are you wearing the boxes?
They're very nice, yes.
Yeah, he's not wearing pants, though.
Absolutely not, no.
Yeah, I don't want to see the boxes anymore. Thanks, yeah.
Right? Just trust me.
They also
Dan, I feel attacked. I feel like, hold on. You don't have to want to see it, but you could be more subtle about like, no, it's fine. It's fine.
That's good. Yes.
So they sent a few other things. They sent what's called the Crop Reviver Refreshing Ball Toner, and they also sent the Crop Preserver Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant. And as I was kind of like looking through this stuff, I thought this is legitimately like this would have been perfect if I was like still in the military, because we do so much stuff that's just like out in the woods or out in the desert, and there's like we're not gonna get to shower like a proper shower for like a couple weeks at a time. So to have like anti-chafing ball deodorant or the ball toner or whatever, just to like feel fresh and save yourself from chafing. Like when I spent a month out in the Mojave Desert with the military, if I had the ball deodorant, which feels bizarre to say out loud in front of people, but I would have felt so much better. We just use like baby wipes. That's a very common thing to have out in the field, is just bring baby wipes with you so you can clean yourself up a little bit. But like these are better. These are like what you actually
deodorant
need.
To baby wipes used for that purpose.
So really, Manscaped needs a military like attaché to be able to like
if you listen to this and you're military, get the set. It would have helped me so much. Like sleeping in the woods in New Jersey, living in Florida especially, and then the whole month in the Mojave Desert, man. But
also, fun fact for the ladies watching, it doesn't actually exclusively ball deodorant. It's used for all sorts of down there stuff. So, ladies, go and get yourself some ball deodorant.
I just love the three dudes podcast trying to sell Manscaped to ladies is the great.
I hope the ladies buy it. I hope it's mostly ladies that just like are like, I could use that too. I don't know.
We're the perfect people to sell Manscaped because we have Ryan who's like, I don't wear pants, and then you have me that's like, this would have been great in the military, and then Dan's over there like, think about the women.
Yeah, think about the ladies. Who Ryan loves, by the way. I feel like after the most recent.
Yeah. Absolutely. Whatever, man. Whatever you think. If you say it enough, someone will believe you.
Right.
But all we're saying is like the lawnmower is really good. It's protective, so men and women can use it. It's Womanscaped. As well.
So
if you don't wear pants, if you're in the military, or you're just a human being, You can get 20% off your next order and free shipping worldwide at manscaped.com if you use the code GDFM20 at manscaped.com. Again, that's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using the code GDFM20. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Yay!
Yeah. You know what's funny? We definitely went longer on that ad than we probably needed to, but you know what? If we're gonna get sponsored by fun groups, it's gonna happen. Like, they're too fun. I love that.
If you're gonna send us a ball trimmer,
we are gonna dedicate at least 5 to 6 minutes of your time.
At
letting you know what it is. Yes.
And we're gonna dedicate the rest of the time to my favorite time. Story time! Welcome to the weird, wacky, wild animal stories of the three men on the podcast. I know I've already done my alligator wrestling story.
Yeah.
But
that's only the tip of the iceberg for you.
Yeah. I mentioned this one a while ago. The day that I removed a water moccasin from the intramural flag football field in college. And if you're just listening, you haven't heard it before, a water moccasin is a very venomous snake. Like, if it bites you and you don't get immediate treatment within 30 minutes, you're dead. Like,
that's it.
Was a...
Yep. Bye-bye.
You mean it isn't a waterproof shoe? Oh, my God.
No, it is not a waterproof shoe.
It's a snake that'll put you in the forever box, okay? Like that.
And so I went to college in Florida, Daytona Beach, Florida, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. I went for a year and a half, so I don't talk about it much. But when you get to college, you have to take like a freshman orientation class always, and if you go to a college in Florida, they have to give you a freshman orientation class, and you have to talk to you as if you're not from Florida because a lot of the students aren't. So that class turns into just like hours of watch out for this thing, it will kill you. Watch out for this thing, it will kill you. Like, we spend 30 minutes just listing all of the things in Florida that will kill you. They're just like, yeah, we have bears, we have alligators, we have black widows, we have brown recluse, we have water moccasins, we have hurricanes, we have tornadoes, we have panthers. Like, we have everything, and they will all want to kill you. So that's like most of the class. And most of my college was out of state or even out of country students. There was, I think, maybe 2 kids in my freshman orientation class that were from Florida, and we were just laughing the whole time. Especially when they brought up hurricanes. Me and my friend Kelsey just lost it. We were like, party time!
Yay! Basement party!
Yeah.
So
hopefully not basement party. Those get floody.
We don't have basements in Florida, Ryan.
No, I know. No,
well,
Dan
I
said
said
basement.
party. I thought. Well,
yeah,
no. I'm thinking of like tornado shelters.
We do that. Yeah. That's us. Yeah, that's this side. We've definitely had some basement parties. I've been in multiple tornadoes. Yeah.
He's from Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri. We got the clouds
hurricanes
go
and
spinning.
Tornadoes, guys. That's scary.
It's kind of cool.
With the story, I'm a little nervous already.
Plus, we go outside and watch them.
Scary.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought hurricanes are pretty hectic. Are they not?
Oh, they are, but so are we.
Yeah. The question is, what is more hectic, the Florida man or that? And it's not. Yeah. It's...
Like, I've gone surfing in a hurricane. It's just if it's like a Cat 3 or below, we don't really care. We kind of just look at.
You've never been
Disney...
more Florida man. You're like, I just deal with snakes and then surf during a hurricane.
Well, we look around, we go, if Disney, Publix, or Waffle House are still open, we don't worry.
That's not fair because Waffle House is always still open. Like that's.
I know.
Yeah.
So a Cat 3 and below, we don't care. As soon as Waffle House is like, we're gonna close early, we're getting out. We're leaving.
Yeah, we should leave the state. The whole state of Florida would evacuate if Waffle House closed.
Now the big ones, like a 4 or a 5, that'll level a city.
Wow.
Yeah, like Mexico Beach in Florida got hit by Matthew a few years ago, still not back.
Wow.
The entire city was destroyed. Granted, it was like a very poor area, so most of the things were just like wooden structures or like portable housing units and stuff like that. But all of it was leveled. Like if you look up pictures of the destruction at Mexico Beach because of Matthew, the whole city, and then Lake Charles, Louisiana, same thing, leveled. a hurricane will destroy everything in its path if it gets to that level. But like if it's a 3 or below, we generally don't worry about it. And that's most of them. Like it's very few and far between for a hurricane to actually get to a level and then hit land at that level. Like they build up a lot of power in the ocean, but the closer they get to the coast, the more steam they lose. So they'll be like a 5 out in the Gulf, but then they'll get to like a 4, and by the time they make land, it's a 3, and people are like, oh, well, that's fine. Just board up your windows and clean up your yard.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm looking at this right now. That stuff is crazy.
Yeah, so that's what a Cat 5 can do.
What about a Dog 5?
Cat 3 or... Ryan, I don't have time for that.
We love it. We love it.
Oh, okay. I can resist. I'm going to be a great dad. Or just... I don't know.
So, this is in college. We all had the freshman orientation course. So, a lot of the students at college, regardless of whether they were Florida or not, learned what a water moccasin was and learned that you should just avoid all wild animals in Florida. Flash forward, we're at the intramural flag football field. We're out there, and I kind of see like a group of guys kind of crowd around something. I can't see what it is, so I'm like, let me see what's going on. And I walk over there. I join the crowd. Dan, say something.
There we go.
I figured out what it is. It's my parents' air conditioning turning on.
Yeah, it's the AC.
It's the AC. Yeah.
Either that or
guys.
Dan's parents live next to a airport. One of the two.
Wait, is it really that bad?
It gets pretty loud. I think your mic hears it and you're not talking, so it's just like, I need to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just next.
It's fine.
Sorry.
So I joined this group of guys in the intramural flag football team that are crowded around something. It looked like they were trying to cheer on like a middle school fight. Like they had the circle going and they were like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I get up there and I see immediately it's a snake. And so I look closer and I see like the venom pockets on like the sides of the mouth, and I see the way that it's moving its head. Like there's garden snakes, black racers, rat snakes, stuff like that. They keep their head down on the ground and they slither away. Moccasins pick their heads up and they kind of just like look around and you can see the pockets. So I see that and I go,
they're ready to
hey.
fight.
Yeah. And I go, oh, hey, that's a water moccasin. Just happily.
Yeah.
Like that was the tone that I had. And so immediately everyone hears water moccasin and jumps back, like away from it. And they're like, no, we're not going to touch that. And there was a security guard on the field as well. And he reached for his gun. And he started to pull the gun on the snake because he heard water moccasin. He's like, people are going to die. Whether by me or by the snake, someone is going to die today. And I looked up at him, I saw him grab his pistol, and I didn't back up from the snake. I'm just like, it's fine. It's not gonna fight me. And he started to pull his pistol. I was like, sir, put that away. This is Florida. That's not gonna kill any living creature here. We're gonna need multiple shots. I don't think you can hit a snake multiple times.
I don't think you know.
Yeah. The snake, like the gators and the people, mad drugs, bro.
I just love that. He was gonna shoot a water box that was assumedly like a 9mm instead of like like he doesn't have snake shot. It's not like he's not gonna hit it. There's no chance he hits this snake.
Chance.
No,
not a chance. And now everyone's like backed away, watching me try to talk this security guard out of shooting a water moccasin on the intramural flag football field. Guy puts his gun away, and I was like, relax, I'm from Florida, I know how to do this. And I reached down to go pick up the snake, and the security guard goes, please, for the love of God, do not touch the venomous snake.
Fun.
And I was like, that's the quickest way. If you just let me grab the tail and whoop-ah, you sling it off the field, it's gone. If you do the momentum thing, it can't bite me. It'll just like, whoop, whoop, gone, you know? And he's like, no, look at me. No. Do not do that.
And this is from the guy that was just going to have to make a John Wick level shot to dome this snake.
And like the whole time people were behind me just going, oh my God, is he going to grab the snake? Like, oh my God, what? And I was like, I was. But now the guy with the gun is like, don't touch the snake. And I was like, okay.
Don't touch the snake! Which is
way less
more
cool.
intimidating than any snake is.
And then I was like, okay, you don't want me to touch it. Get me a stick. And he's like, I'm not going to stand here and let you poke a I can kill you snake with a stick. And I was like, how do you want me to do this, man? I can't use my hands. I can't use a stick. He's like, I'm going to call animal control. And I was like, we have games to play. We don't have time to wait for animal control.
What a waste of time. Like, just...
Yeah. So he's like, if you can get the snake off the field without touching it in any way, then I'll let you do it. And I was like, okay, fine. And I looked, the snake wasn't in like attack position. It was just kind of like, it was a snake in a wide open field surrounded by giants. It was scared.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's not going to attack me if I get close to it, so I'll just get closer to it. So I like squatted down and got really close to the snake, and I just started going, boo, hiss, go away, boo. And like fake scaring the snake. And sure enough, the snake just like looked at me, looked the other way, and started like going away. But he would only go like a few feet and then stop. And so I just had to keep following the snake and like almost kicking it. And just like, come on, snake, get off the field. You can't catch, you can't play. Come on, you don't got hands. Let's go. And so I just like talked a snake off of the intramural field while a bunch of people were like
a 40-year-old dad while you did it too. You're like, come on, snake. Jeez.
You're better than this, snake.
You freaking boo hissed your way away from you're what? Like, there's no way to justify. Like,
I had to speak the snake's language. I was like, hiss, 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 hiss.
You were literally Harry Potter.
I'm a snake.
I'm a sneaky snake.
Yeah, I just started speaking serpent.
Parcel tongue.
And then at parcel tongue, that's what it was. I was like,
Oh my
and,
god.
I don't know.
It took like 15 minutes. I eventually get the snake actually off the field. And then I just turn around and I go, all right, time to play flag football. And everyone's looking at me like I just actually spoke parcel tongue. They're like,
the boy
what?
who lived.
But here's the thing, Ben, you kind of did.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you kind of did.
hello, I am the snake whisperer. And then one of the guys goes, are you like on a team? Do you want to be on a team? We have like an opening.
And that's how Ben joined flag football.
No, I was already on a team.
And that's how Ben joined
frames and like jumps in the air. He's like, yeah!
and that's how Ben joined the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like, that's just like it was Tom Brady the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, just, hey man, you wanna?
Any guy who's willing to confront a water moccasin is down for football. Let's do it.
Yeah. But I was like,
gosh.
nah, sorry guys, I'm already on a team. And they're like, oh man, I hope I don't play him. I feel like he doesn't play right. I don't think he's gonna stop.
I feel like
he's gonna hit me.
I feel like he's gonna summon snakes, like, to fight for him. Like,
I just have them in my pockets. I'm like, snake,
that would be crazy.
They just slither out. Funny.
So that was my time scaring a water moccasin off the intramural flag football team in college, and just turning around and playing the rest of the game.
Well, yeah, you didn't want to make it stop.
Fun.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Mine is way less deadly. You know what I mean? Like like I find like, and maybe this fits with the whole good thing, but like I found deer. Like they were like
found deer?
Baby deers. We found 2 fawns at different points. Yeah, the like little we found one that had been like, we found actually 2 that had been left by their mother. One was a long time ago, and it was very sweet and it was very soft and it was very lovely, and so we took it to a place that it could be raised in like a healthy environment and things like that. But the second one that we found was relatively recently. We found a deer and it was limping, and it was like we weren't sure. It weighed like 4.5 pounds total. It was like
you picked it up and you're like,
roughly
4.5, right around
have
there.
I had a sandwich about this big? Maybe. Let me feel. No. Oh, I love sandwiches. Anyway, my problem is that like the deer was injured, and so we were like, okay, and so we took it, and there was no mother around, and like the mom had abandoned it, and so we just start bottle feeding this deer, and like just giving it like all the love. And I've got photos of like my little brother holding it, my mom bottle feeding it, like just petting the little guy.
Okay, Snow White.
Yeah, pretty much. I live my best Disney princess. Yeah, my best Disney princess. Like,
I do love it. If anyone is going to sing to deer, it's definitely Ryan out of this entire
like, if you think that I didn't hum while absolutely petting this deer, you're dead wrong.
Yeah.
Ben talks to snakes Ryan sings to deer.
This is quite the dynamic on the podcast. If I started with, I wasn't allowed to throw a deadly snake off the field, and Ryan's like, I got to bottle feed a fawn.
A fawn, can you believe it? It was snuggly and wuggly. Like, it was just like, but it was so cute, and we ended up taking it to a reserve so that it could be able to, and they gave it a cast, and it's a happy little deer now. It's got other deer friends.
It's one of those the dodo videos on Facebook.
It really was. Yeah, I actually need to make a video about it on TikTok, but because I have all the footage now, and it's just like, it's nice and lovely. But I saw a shark attack, if that's a thing.
You saw a shark attack?
Yeah.
And so what did you do?
Well, we were renting a jet ski the time we were in Jamaica. It was me and my dad. We're renting a jet ski because we want to go have fun on a jet ski. And then all of a sudden, we're looking out on the water. We're like, hey, is it a good time to go out? And we look out with this Jamaican guy, and he goes, yeah, it looks pretty good. And that's when the hammerhead shark crested out of the water with a manta ray in its mouth.
Absolutely.
And then went back into the water. And we all looked at each other like that wasn't supposed to happen.
But, and you said it was a shark attack, so it was just a shark lunch.
Yeah, I guess it is just. Well, it attacked the manta. The manta ray would agree that it was a shark attack.
Well, did you go save the manta ray?
Yes. We all hopped on the jet skis because we were renting them. I'd like to point out, I just got an oh my God from Ben, who has described many things that are way scarier than what I'm about to describe.
No. I'm not saying oh my God because that's terrifying. I'm saying oh my God because you're an idiot.
You talked to a snake.
But I know what I'm doing. When you're just sitting over on a jet ski, you look over, you see a hammerhead shark jump out of the water and put a manta ray in its mouth, and you're like, oh my God, I have to save the manta ray, as if that's just not life. That's not the circle of life.
Well, we wanted to scare off the thing because it was super close to the people when it did this. Like, it was very close. And so we got our jet skis to go scare off this. I think it was like a 12-foot hammerhead shark. It was something ridiculous. It was.
You want to give Dan a second?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna come back, but it was just weird. It just caught me off guard to hear Ben sing. Now I know why he's not allowed to sing to deer. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
He attracts the snakes for a reason.
Snakes don't sing too good. Neither do I.
Snakes and me, we got something in common.
It's fun.
Oh,
it's great.
We're both scaly.
Awesome.
But yeah, so we got on the jet ski, and we just finished renting the jet ski, so we just went out there with the guy, and everybody that was renting jet skis just grabbed one and went out because we wanted to see what had happened. And so we go out there and we see.
That's so Midwest of you. Oh, tornado siren? Well, let's just go look.
Always. Oh, you all. Because the sky gets all green and spinny, and that's all pretty.
Does, yeah.
It's so cool. And so, so I'm there, and I'm just chilling, and we're sitting on the jet ski, and then one of the Jamaican guys jumps up and goes down and grabs the manta ray and brings it back up. And when I tell you, this thing was like bigger, like its one wing was probably
huge.
They were huge. One entire wing was missing. Like, that's how big this bite was from this shark. We were like, oh,
damn, boy!
It was huge.
Damn, boy!
But they chased
That's
it off.
Big boy, boy.
It went. That's a big. That is a thick boy right there. But yeah, he So that shark went away. But it was just one of those moments where we were like,
the manta ray. Actually, it was in vain.
Oh, very much in vain. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't make it.
Shame you couldn't save a seabird.
Take a bite of the manta ray. The hammerhead's swimming away like, that's for Steve Irwin.
You're a god, man.
Yeah, if anything, you should avenge him.
Avenge, finish him. But yeah, that's me. That's that's some of my stuff. Yeah,
Dan.
Wonderful.
Like we kind of forget from time to time that you grew up in Africa.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, my favorite thing is behind the scenes for this episode is really just Ben going, Dan, what story do you want to tell? And Dan starts telling a different news story that is crazier than the last. I'm going, stop! That's for the podcast. Just stop. Yeah. I don't want to know.
And for those of you that didn't know, because that's everybody who didn't listen before the podcast started, Dan's options for the story today were the hippo story, the elephant story, or the lion story.
Lions and hippos and elephants, oh my. Like, he's living the Wizard of Oz.
So, this is the lion story, right?
Yes. Let's start with the lion story.
Okay,
they're going to be real quick. We're going to do like a fire round.
Oh, do you want to just go in depth on them, or do you want to do all three quick?
I think if we're going to go in depth,
we can do different episodes.
Yeah, if we're going to go in depth, I'll do the hippo story this time around. I think the hippo story is a little more interesting that way.
Okay.
So basically what you need to know is that there is a giant lake in Zimbabwe called Lake Kariba, and it's the biggest, I think, still the biggest, maybe it's been beaten, man-made lake in the world. They put a giant dam in Zimbabwe to create like electricity and all that fun stuff that dams do. Mm-hmm. And it created this giant lake. And when they did that, basically what ended up happening was that there was just tons of wildlife flock to Lake Kariba, obviously, especially during all of the like weird David Attenborough, savanna seasons, rainy seasons, especially.
Okay.
What happens is that usually you go to Lake Kariba to fish. You get on houseboats. That's like what we do for fun.
How big is the lake? You have like a guesstimate or
I don't, but I can look it up right now. Let's see. How big is Lake Kariba?
And then I just need to know how big that is comparatively to other things.
2,085 square miles.
Oh my God.
It's really big.
2,085 square miles?
Yes.
Square miles.
Yes.
What?
And basically all it is
okay,
just
so for
giant...
comparison, that's just under double the size of Rhode Island.
Yep.
Wow.
It's real fun.
It's bigger than the state of Delaware. Delaware is 1.9 or 1,982 square miles.
Crazy.
So it's like
I didn't know that. That's actually kind of
larger
insane.
than Delaware, and it's almost double the size of Rhode Island.
Well, and that's the thing is you can spend days just going down the lake and it's just wild. It's a wild experience, and it's especially cool because there are just tons of wild animals all along the shorelines, especially in the mornings. They're just like everywhere. But this particular story is particularly fun, mainly because I happened to be with one of my dad's friends on a fishing trip. They had, everyone else, all of my family members had gone on a different boat, and I was left to stay with one of my dad's friends. And this friend is particularly, now, to be honest with you, I think he's more chill than I want to give him credit for. He's just like more relaxed and doesn't stress out in stressful situations. Okay. But you're dealing with me, who does, and will definitely frick out every single time. I am not a cool-headed person. I will, if I'm in danger, I need to get out of the situation ASAP. I need to run somewhere.
You're not like me, where you're like, let me just go talk to the snake.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
You wouldn't speak with the deadly poison or venomous snake? Oh, what?
It's not that bad.
And our venomous snakes are black mambas, so I'm a little, not running 60 I think that's 60 kilometers. They move at 60 kilometers.
Yeah. What is it? I think it's Bushmasters. No, it's Bushmasters in South America that are like, if you see them, don't run. You're just gonna die tired because they're faster than you.
And they keep striking. Yeah. It's crazy. There's also crazy
a black
stories.
Mamba moves at 9.9 miles per hour.
Wow.
Which you can outrun.
I definitely overestimated. Yeah, you can outrun. I don't know. I've heard a lot of stories of people not being able to outrun them, period.
Well, 9.9 miles per hour is...
You want to talk about precision with a gun?
Puffin.
One time my cousin he was at a mine and they found a black mamba, and one of the workers from the mine picked up a whole bunch of rocks. And this is just a skill he had to learn because there are so many black mambas. He just threw tiny rocks at the black mamba's head as it was coming directly at them. He did that, threw a whole bunch. I think it was 3 rocks. Hit. And took a giant rock and then just smashed its head. And it's like,
hell yeah, dude.
You do not risk it. You do not test it. You kill the thing ASAP before it gets you because you are not going to survive black mambas. They have to wear, the workers that pick fruit, because that's a big orchard area, it's like the black mamba area, they have to wear plates above their heads, because the black mambas just sit in trees and constantly strike down at you. So they have to wear like giant plates, and you have to sign a document that says like, I know that I will probably die from a black mamba bite, and I'm okay with that. Which
That's
is
wild.
absolutely insane, because there's not enough anti-venom to cure everybody. So if you get bitten by a black mamba, you just have to kind of just sign like basically a waiver that says, I understand that I'm doing a dangerous job. And if I die, it's okay. Which is
Do they try to suck the venom out?
Yeah, I think that is definitely a technique that you have to use. But to be honest with you, the dangerous part about black mambas is that they strike multiple times. They don't just like bite once and run away. They just keep attacking you until you die. So that's what makes them super
wild,
kind of crazy.
Anyway,
I
want to meet one.
Sorry, I could go on for a long time.
I want to see one.
Yeah, crazy. Anyway, so we're in this fishing boat. It's all fine and dandy. We're catching.
How big is the fishing boat?
It's a speedboat. It's like a decent sized speedboat.
Okay.
But for context, we parked right by a pod of hippos.
And so it's very much the Jaws, we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, it's not like insanely crazy. It's not wild. But basically what ended up happening is that we're fishing and hippos are very near a pod of hippo. Well, to be honest, when I say near, I mean like they're still kind of in the distance. He understands, like the guy driving the boat understands that you don't like mess with them. You don't get in their territory
because they're incredibly
also
dangerous.
Very fast.
Yes, they're also very fast underwater, and that was the weird part. So we're fishing, we're catching bream, and everyone's like, "Great!" Out of nowhere, we aren't watching the hippos, but they've slowly started moving towards the boat.
Yes,
like very slowly.
Yes.
Eventually, what ends up happening is we see one of what I guess would be the males, because they're the really territorial ones.
Yeah.
See us, run into the water and sink.
Did you name him?
Oh, well, I'll call him Alfred.
Yeah.
No, call him
Alfred
Moto.
the male hippo. Moto like cheers.
I got
he sees you.
Moto.
And he sees you and he's like, well, I'm going to get him. I'm gonna get him, and he runs into the water and just disappears underwater.
You just don't know when it's gonna. You don't know what they're doing, because hippos go underwater multiple times, and they have that like weird call where it's like, like that's how they sound, and so you can tell if they're close. You can tell if they're close by. You're just like, okay, whatever. We're all fishing. We hear the like really close, and we're like, that's super loud. See the hippo run down into the water, go underneath. And we're like, and the guy's like, it's okay. We're in a pretty big boat. It's fine. As he says that, and this is decently far away. As he says that, the speedboat gets hit underneath, and we're just all go up in the air a little bit. I just remember freaking out and being like, we're gonna die! We are gonna die! Like, no.
Moto
and he's like, we're fine.
You
just need to stay calm. And the hippo hits it again, a bigger one. And he's like, okay, actually, I lied. We're not safe. Let's get out of here. And he turns on the speedboat and zooms away. But that was my I wouldn't say near death. I don't think that's very near death. But that is a very intense moment where you. Well, especially because we all. I mean, especially in Africa, we've all heard stories. Like my mom went on a fishing trip with a lady, or I think she knew a lady, I can't remember, who thought she saw a bird's nest in the water and was like, oh, a bird's nest, and went out to reach it. It was the whiskers of a hippo sitting above the water, and like straight up like snapped at her. Didn't do anything, I don't believe, but yeah, straight up was a hippo. Crazy. We all have heard they're like crazy territorial canoe people. Also, please don't go canoeing in Africa, because you're gonna die.
No, why would you? Don't go canoeing in Florida either.
Well, I disagree. Like, don't go canoeing, I guess. Like, it's not just.
So there are
Just
some
don't.
places in Florida that have bioluminescent algae, and you can take like clear canoe and like kayak trips through that, and it looks really pretty.
Okay, do
but
that.
you have to like do it in a group with a guide, because like sometimes you'll just float around and you'll end up in like alligator mating season, and then you're in a lagoon and you're just being circled by alligators, and one of them pops up and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And you're like, "I want to get out of here right now."
Yeah. And I've been in far too many like chases where we've literally been driving away and the hippo's like right. Have you seen those videos where they're like chasing the boats?
Yeah.
I've been in that at least 4 times where like we are getting chased down by the hippo and you have to do it something, and a canoe is not going to outrun it. So
Super casual. Just I've been in about 4 times. 5 would be excessive, but 4, that's totally fine. Like,
but like it's genuine. It's like hippos are dangerous. Don't like that's the kind of rule is like
they kill so many people.
So many people. Like just respect the wildlife and their like boundaries. Do you know what I mean? Like don't get out of your car if you're in a safari. Like on a safari, don't do the weird touristy thing where you're like, they'll be fine. It's okay. Even if you're from Florida, don't do it because you will die.
But okay.
I don't know, Ben. That one seemed sus to me, but
we don't have time for this on the podcast, but I definitely had one during night land nav in basic training. We were in Georgia, and we had to go to this one point, like our GPS point was like over there, and we get up close, and my friend is like, "We gotta stop. I hear noises," and we look over this ridge, and there's just like a family of boar walking around our point, like crossing, and I was like, "Yeah, I guess maybe we'll come back to this one." And he's like, "No, we're gonna leave." And I was like, but like it's right there, you know. They're gonna leave. We're not gonna. It's fine.
Yeah.
But
wild
nothing
boar,
really happened.
you don't mess with them at all.
Yeah, absolutely
period.
not.
We also have wild boar
Absolutely
in Africa, and they're just
and
absolutely
this one had
insane.
babies with it, so
no
remorse, no mercy.
Ben, I was about to say, like, if you were on land app, like, you didn't by chance happen to have, I don't know, a military grade rifle with you to solve this problem? Like, okay, you didn't.
No, because this was basic training, so they didn't give us anything.
Ooh.
Oh, that's awkward. Yeah, no.
The only thing we had was a flashlight, and they said if you are in danger, shine your flashlight and wave it around, and we will see the light, because it's so dark that you like if someone turns on a flashlight, you're gonna see it. So people will come running at that point.
Wow,
crazy.
Yeah, but if that's more people that don't have guns to fight things that are going to...
Oh, no, the drill sergeants had stuff.
Okay, I was like, then you've just got other people that are now in trouble. Like, that's...
Wow. I have so many gun stories that I need to tell you guys, too, but...
Okay. We have so much... We're going to do more story time.
We have more content.
Sure.
We have more stories.
We have so much content.
Okay.
That is the end of wild animal story time.
Story time!
And that brings us to our last section of the podcast. Audience submissions. We'll kick it off with you, Dan.
Yay! How would you pronounce that, guys? Myriad? B?
Yeah.
Myriad, I guess.
Myriad B? Yeah, Myriad B.
Unless it's Irish, then it has nothing to do with what the letters tell you at all.
Okay.
I've discovered that with a couple friends recently.
Correct us if we're wrong, Myriad. Myriad B said, "Did you know that in ancient Ireland, comedians were the only occupation that could not legally get married?"
That actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
I'm trying to understand why.
It could be that they're poor and have to go to multiple gigs all the time, and there's just so many.
No, I think what it is like comedians are funnier when we're sad. So,
oh my god,
if we're just not allowed to get with people that make us happy, then
they were like, "We need good comedy here in Ireland. Let's make them purposefully sad."
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Either that, or I'm just thinking like maybe they knew that comedians were like going to be terrible partners, and so they were just like, legally we shouldn't have it. And then like later people were like, let's let them get married. And then they were like, oh no, that was a terrible idea. Like,
now here we are.
I also want to know how ancient is ancient Ireland, because I feel like there's still comedians in Ireland that don't get married. So,
I mean, the first ever like comedian was just like a court jester that was there to make fun of the king, basically.
Yeah,
which would also have been so scary.
There's a lot of jester deaths.
I can imagine. Can you imagine having to come up with new material every single evening for the king?
Sounds like improv. Also, it sounds like... Also, if you're making
they
fun
got
of...
their 10,000 hours in.
Your 10,000 hours would have done you a lot better.
You got to 10,000 hours and then it was
several
off with your
hundred
head.
years ago. Ryan.
Oh, I'm aware that it's not helping now, but I mean, like, that's also crazy to me that it's just like, can you imagine like if you told a joke so good that the king has you executed? Legend. Like that's like yeah, man, that's a way to go.
What's
out.
up with this cancel culture, man?
Right? That's the
What, nobody can take a joke anymore?
Yeah. Man, it used to be called beheading culture, so thank God now it's just on the internet.
All right, so the next question comes to us from, again, sorry if I mispronounce it. It's either Sabi, or Sabi G. I'm loving the podcast. I binged the first 17 episodes while working for 4 days to catch up. You guys are hilarious and give me the dopamine I need to work. I'm happy to find out that Ryan's upcoming show in Charlotte is on my birthday, so I'm determined to drive the 2 hours and go. I have 2 questions for you guys. What My Hero quirks and limitations would you pick for each other? So let's start with that one and I'll ask the second one.
Ooh. Pick for each other.
Yeah. Okay. I think... I'm trying to... Because it doesn't have to be great. The quirks are so silly. They can be so silly.
So can we create our own or just the ones that we've already seen in the show?
No, I think he says create your own. Or he's just, what My Hero quirks and limitations would you pick for each other? So
Okay.
I guess I'm going to create stuff, and I'm going to give you, Ryan, I'm going to give you one.
Okay.
Dan, have you seen My Hero?
A little bit here and there, yeah. It's
So do you know how it works?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so Ryan, your quirk is that you get to instantaneously change your outfit to whatever it is that you want to be wearing. And it always fits exactly the way you want it to, but at least one piece of it must be flannel.
I love that. I love that so much. That'd be so cool. I'd be like such a fun changeling. Oh.
Yeah, and it's only your outfit. You don't get to change your skin. You don't get to change size. Nope, it's just your outfit. Just by thinking about it, and at least one part of it has to be flannel.
Yeah. I'd make it my socks a lot. I don't have to worry about it. Or my underwear. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
That's mostly what you wear, so it makes sense. Yep.
True.
Yeah.
I'd go. Ben, my baseline for you is that you would tell people that you're quirkless, and that would be a lie. But it would be a. But you would just say.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But what your thing would be is that you are just. You're essentially Domino from Marvel, incredibly lucky. But like you can't prove that it's like a quirk, but really it's like whenever you need it's controlled odds is like your thing. Like whenever you need it, the odds are in your favor and you can control it.
I'm a halfling.
I guess so.
We're just combining everything now. I'm a hobbit. I'm Bilbo Brainard Baggins.
Bill Brainard. Ooh.
That one's okay. And then what's the limitation on it? Because there's always like a limitation.
Depending on how intense the luck needed to change, it will affect your cooldown. So if it's like if you need a coin to flip in your side, like it's like 30 seconds. But if it's like, if say like you needed to dodge a meteorite or like control a meteorite to like get that to not hit Earth. Way more. Way longer cooldown. Yeah.
Few days.
Yeah.
At least. Okay.
For you, probably about 6 hours. Yeah. Yeah.
I can dig it, yeah.
I'd say my quirks for you guys would be that Ryan, whenever he's sad, summons a baby doe into his arms at any point in time. The problem is that if it dies, then he dies too.
What?
So he has to protect that baby doe. I love baby does, and so Ryan needs to keep that baby doe alive.
What is the point of that quirk? I love
to comfort Ryan. And then Ben,
until it kills me. Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's always, at least from what I've seen of the show, that's kind of what it is. It's a little bit extreme on the quirk and the limitation, isn't it? I mean, I guarantee it depends on the level, but yeah. And then Ben's, there's one called Muddiness that I just saw. I don't know the context, but I don't know. I just feel like I want to see that quirk on you. I think that'd be funny.
Whatever it does or means.
That or some sort of snake. Something. You summon a water moccasin, or you get to sling a water moccasin as much as you want to wherever you want. The only limitation is that you can only throw it like 2 meters away from you.
It's whatever distance I can actually throw a water moccasin.
That's the limitation. Yeah.
Kind of want us to get something well weighted and to like have a water moccasin tossing contest just to see how far we can throw things.
I could probably get it pretty good.
That's what I'm thinking. Like you probably get that sucker
track and field,
moving.
and I learned all the field stuff.
Yeah. Probably get that.
Dan, I think your quirk would be you can, by looking at someone, by making eye contact with somebody, you can make them forget what business they had with you and think they were supposed to be somewhere else and like just like, oh, I just remembered I have to be like over wherever. But the limitation is it can only happen after they've asked you a question you have already been asked at least once in your life.
Oh, that is a good one, actually.
So
I'd be very scared.
You'd be on like a date, or you just be out with like a straight guy that has questions, and he's like, so like, what's it like to have a, just to be doing the gay stuff? And then you just look at him, and he's like, I actually have to move my car. And he completely forgets that he's asked you the question, but he just knows in his head that he shouldn't. Like that's the only memory that he has that's not an okay thing to ask.
I love it so much. Just to avoid straight people in general. That's the whole reason.
Or just like white guys that have questions about Africa.
That part too.
How's he gonna avoid all of them?
It's great. I love it so much.
I'm trying to think. I want to say Dan. I would think like I think of the character Fat Gum because like he just eats a whole bunch. And like
fat.
No, you're gonna love it because it's exactly from like what you've written essentially about like tits. And like that just makes me really happy. Where it's like the more he eats, like the more sturdy he becomes, and then can use that energy to be able to like throw out crazy amounts of damage. It's awesome. It's so cool.
I love it.
That'd be really good for tits.
Exactly. That's what I thought. And I was like,
if you're listening and you don't know what Tits is a superhero that Dan created who uses his tits to fight crime.
I kind of just want us to explain it less and less the more we go, and we've just got this ongoing superhero that we talk about named Tits.
We love tits.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Okay, and so the second question from Sabi G is, if you had to take the other guys out on a date, what kind of date would you take them on? Be as detailed as you would like. Dan, we would go for a walk somewhere. It'd be pretty. It'd be outdoors.
I love that.
And I'd probably have something set up at the end. We finish the walk, and there's like, I don't know, a picnic that's already
Ben's
ready to go.
Romantic.
Oh
guys.
my gosh! Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan, we would go to a Build-A-Bear factory.
The factory.
Yeah, and I would let you build your own Squishmallow.
Yeah, this is a good call.
And then we would go see a musical.
Oh, wow.
Can I pick the musical?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just something that you've hinted at, and you don't know anything that's happening on this date. But I've taken you to the Build-A-Bear factory to build your own Squishmallow, and now like I've made you change into something like nice, and we're going, and I don't tell you, but we're going to a musical that you mentioned you wanted to see a while ago that I just pretended I didn't hear.
Wow.
Gosh, ladies, he's good. Man.
When I do pay attention.
Get yourself a Ben.
Yeah, get yourself a Ben, man.
Find a Ben that pays attention more often than I do, and that has time.
Find a Ben with time. Oh man, that was very
now,
good.
One
man,
of you need to wine and dine me.
Right?
I'm waiting.
I
See,
think
I
would
have an
take
idea.
Ben Lego building. Just because I feel like you would be a little bit crazy at it, but it would be a good opportunity to kind of show off like a random skill that you just randomly have that you haven't
Yeah.
told me about.
Okay.
I feel like that would be like an interesting way to bring up weird conversation too.
I would
about-
hyper focus on the Legos, and I would forget that you were there.
which is exactly what I want out of a date.
Dan, you okay, man? You need to go on a good date.
I'm like, wow, I'm in love with this guy. He's ignoring me the whole time. Ryan. Give me a little time. Ryan, you go, and then I will come back to you.
That's fair. Ben, we're gonna go to a rage room. And like I know of a place that has like a rage room mixed with like throwing axes and things like that. And I just feel like you'd be you'd have fun just taking things and smashing things. Like
Sure.
like we just open up things for you and just be like, these look smashy. And then like tell me about the time that this sounds nice. Like and that would be just essentially smash things.
I don't even have rage, but absolutely.
And it's not about the rage. It's all about the just getting to smash things in a way.
fun.
Yeah. Because you get different points and things like that. So you could like set up things that we could spin and make it gamey.
Wow.
Does this place actually exist? Because I'm actually very interested.
It
Me
does.
too.
It does exist. There's some in Vegas. There's some in LA. Like, there's some in Missouri. Yeah. It's very nice, very fun. And then after that, probably like some food that my gut reaction why for you is Mexican food. I don't know why, like a really nice, like kind of like good Mexican food.
Pretty spot on, actually.
Yeah, there we go. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take it. Yeah, I was like, I just want to get Ben good Mexican food, and that feels like that would do it. Yeah, that's it.
I would order in Spanish, and you'd be like, I didn't know that you could do that. And I'd be like, only for food.
Only, only for food. Oh man, we had some bomb Mexican
Solo para
food
comida.
when we were
I
together.
figured out what I'm gonna take Ryan. I would take Ryan to Omega Mart, just because I feel like Ryan would love Omega Mart.
Wait,
more
the
than
one in
anyone.
that
Vegas?
he
Yeah,
jumped.
the one in Vegas. I feel like he would appreciate that more than anyone else.
I walked
But
by
I
it, but I
know.
didn't go in it. And everyone's been telling me I should have gone in it. So now I'm excited because that has been that's been a topic on my life recently. So yes, let's go. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
my god.
Omega Mart. That would be great.
I feel like
Yeah,
Dan,
that's
I
all
don't
from Sabi.
I still have Dan. I still have Dan to go. Dan, I feel like we'd start off the day. I would just curate a garden with you for like the start of the day. Because I feel like you'd be happy to like get something done.
Long walks and gardens, bitch. I'm
Right?
living. I'm living my best life.
Yeah. We'd garden, we'd knock some things out. And again, I feel like a nice like picnic by like a lake, something that's got a fountain, something nice like that. There's a nice wine. Oh, yeah. Got you.
We live it.
Nothing
Love
too
it.
heavy, just feels light and nice on the system. Always good. Feeling good about
Love
that.
it. That was a good question. That was fun.
Yeah, I love
was
that.
fun, yeah.
Thank you, Sabi.
Also, I don't know about you guys, but I feel so much more loved hearing those things where it's like, oh, that's where they take me. Like, oh my gosh.
Don't get used to it from me.
This is the first
Because-
moment we've like heard Ben care about us, and we're like, oh my gosh, he loves me. He knows me.
That's what makes it more special, is because you think most of the time that I don't care and I'm not paying attention. But then when I need to, I'm like, oh yeah, his birthday is on this day at this time, and they're like, wait a second, you were listening the whole time? And I'm like, yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
won't do
my
it again,
bad.
I promise.
We love it.
Guys, the next one we got from Kaya B. Hello, guys. Just wanted to say that I have 3 characters, Lucas, Saber, and Shark. Now, here's the thing. She never says where these 3 characters are from. Are they
what
on a
these characters
show,
are.
a D&D? We don't know, but it's Lucas, Saber, and Shark, and they match with you 3, which I love. Lucas is Ben because he always makes fun of Saber and Sky. All right, mostly Saber. Saber is Ryan because he's sweet and kind of
course.
loves Squishables. That's crazy to me because for those that haven't seen my stand-up, I was mistaken for a gang member named Saber, and I look identical to him, and it's weird. He got arrested in LA. I'll show you guys the picture later. It's wild.
Yeah.
I think I've showed Ben already.
That needs to be a story time.
Yeah.
I think.
It's a story time. I gotta be careful though, because I used to say the naming of the gang, and that was dumb.
Ryan used to be a big dumb dummy.
Yep. He's also the one straight friends who acts the gayest in the group. Hold on, I hadn't read that yet.
Is it wrong?
I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. And Shark is Dan. Shark is gay and didn't grow up in America.
Nailed it. Yeah, no further information.
No things needed to be provided. Also, I love the podcast. Oh, thank you so much, guys. I love that so much. Let us know what
these characters are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. MB said, "Hi guys, I have 2 questions. 1, which Disney princess would be the best spy?"
Snow White.
Yeah, she'd
She just get the animals to do it.
Yeah.
Mulan kind of was.
Oh, Mulan.
But she did get caught. You know, so that's not great.
Yeah, but like she also joined the Chinese army, and
if Tiana could control it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say if Tiana can control her animal, like the frog side, she'd be dope.
But I don't think she can. She
also think Brave Girl. Have you ever wanted to change your feet?
Yeah. Can you imagine her? Oh man, I wonder who doesn't fit here. It's good to see ya. Like, well, there it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess she wouldn't be good because she'd just be so
Yeah.
up in your face, and if she's not up in your face, you'd notice her because of the big hair she has. Yeah.
Maybe like can Fiona from Shrek? No, that's not even Disney, is it?
No,
that's not.
That's
that would have been a good
okay.
one. Do love DreamWorks though.
I mean, Loki Ariel was one. She just didn't say anything. She's like,
Yeah, I guess I'll stick with Snow White on that one. Yeah. Absolutely, can just get the animals to do it for her.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's fair.
2, favorite and least favorite TikTok trend. I love you. I love your podcast so much. I listen to it at work, and it always makes me laugh. Thanks, Molly.
I don't watch TikTok enough to know what the trends are.
I don't either. Like at all.
Let's see. What's a good trend right now? I don't know if I have annoying trends. I feel like I avoid.
Yeah, you avoid the ones that you don't, and you don't tend to keep them in your mind too long.
Yeah, the algorithm doesn't really give me the annoying trends. It always gives me the trends that I want to watch. And so I'd say favorite right now. I don't know. I honestly can't remember any of the trends.
That dude dancing to Stay, that new song that's ridiculously annoying by Justin Bieber. It's literally only thing that pops up. It's literally this dude that just flies a drone around and it just circles, and he's just dancing to it. He just looks so happy. I don't know, man. That's what comes up every time I post something at this point, and so I'm just like, yeah, that's probably
another favorite. Well, the recent one that I saw is that like weird one where it's like BP SB. I don't know what the whole lyrics are, but it's this guy who did this like very impromptu improv dance where he just like broke it down in his kitchen. And it became this giant trend that everyone started doing. And that was a fun one, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that.
It's okay. We'll pray for you.
Yeah, sorry. I'm the least pop culture, knowledgeable pop culture person.
No, I get that. Well, and to be honest, like, TikTok's such a weird thing because you guys ever hear someone come up to you and be like, oh, did you hear about this trend? And even if I've been on TikTok for like a couple days, it'll just be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like,
everyone's
there's so many
algorithm
realms.
is so insane. Like,
yeah.
All
right. So next question from August S. Hey guys, just wanted to say that I say first that I really love the podcast and I've come back to watch the episodes many times when I'm having bad days, and it makes it so much better. So I'm about to start my 2nd year at university. I'm studying anthropology with a focus on forensics. Ooh. I was wondering if you guys had any advice about both studying and budgeting, because I would like to take a trip to see my family in England once borders are open again, because I haven't seen them since I was 16.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
So I could probably help you out with budgeting. How often do you get paid is like the first thing you need to figure out. And so actually go through your recent bank statements and find out how much of that money that you spend every month is necessary to spend on like things like rent, food, gas. See if you maybe can cut back on the food stuff, but like the necessary ones like rent and bills and insurance, all that stuff that you need to spend money on. Look at the other stuff that you're spending money on that month. Try to reduce those, undo a lot of subscriptions. And then you have to figure out how much money you make, given your paycheck, get a rough estimate, how much money you make per month, and then break it down. So how much of that is per day is what you make, right? And then you have to find out how much money it's going to cost for you to take the trip and when you want to take the trip. And then you go, okay, I need to save this much money by this day several months in advance. You break it, you just divide it by how many days away that trip is. And then you just put that much money into a savings account every single day. And it'll feel a lot easier to put 25 cents into a savings account every day than it will be to be like, I have to save $400. So just breaking it down into like smaller day by day or even week by week savings deposits is going to be a lot easier. As far as studying goes, I'm awful at it. I couldn't help you.
I'm in the same boat. And as weird as it sounds, I know, me agreeing with Ben, but I agree entirely with you. I think, honestly, if you are wanting to travel, prioritize that, as weird as it sounds. Put that budgeting stuff to effect.
He's right. Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than wanting to go somewhere. It's just going to haunt you until you do it. So just travel. Just go and do it. Budget it out. There's even those like weird TikTokers that do the like envelope thing where they like separate. They actually like withdraw all their cash and separate each time they get a paycheck into like a budget. So I'd even do that. Like physically distribute your money out for what you need.
And I do have like one tip for studying. So a lot of times with studying, it's not so much how often you read the material or how in depth you do it, but like how much sleep you're getting, how much food you're eating. If you're not taking care of yourself outside of studying, doesn't matter how much you study. So get yourself on a good sleep schedule, and whatever time you want to wake up in the morning, take 8 hours back and then take 1 more hour. And at that hour, so 9 hours before you want to wake up, turn off every screen in your house. No more TV, no more computer, no more phone. And for an hour, from whatever time that is to whatever time you want to go to sleep, read and study. Just monologue. Just, do that for an hour because it'll help your brain calm down from that day. So you'll be ready to sleep in an hour. And then 2, you're more likely to remember stuff that you just read right before taking a nap or going to sleep. Well, so an hour every night.
Also, I'd say get your assignments done a week early and study a week earlier than you're supposed to.
Also, find out what your version of studying is. So, for instance, me, I do flashcards because photographic memory. So I'm just able to like if I go through flashcards and I write them and then I go through them once, I can remember them all the way through. But granted, some people are kinesthetic and things like that, so you got to figure out different things to do. So really figure out what your version of studying is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then trying to budget. You have a lot more time in your day than you think you do. You just haven't sat down and scheduled your day out hour by hour. I have. I can get so much done in a day because I have that hour by hour schedule and I stick to it. So if you give yourself like 30 minutes in the morning and an hour at night of just like studying with no other distractions, you're going to get a lot more done than you think you will.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
Great.
Awesome. Also, okay, we got another question. Joey M. Hey, guys. I was catching up on the podcast on YouTube and just watched episode 14, and Ben was correct in his answer to the silly question. What was the silly question from that one, Ben?
It's the leg-sized fingers or the finger-sized legs.
Finger-sized legs. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
As a paraplegic in an electric wheelchair, I already have a little to no use of my legs. Plus, being in the chair, I almost never have to wait in lines for things. I love watching you guys, and I think you're all hysterical, but I want to reiterate again. Ben was 100% correct with his answer because Ben was like, I'll get a wheelchair and it'll solve a lot of problems. And Joey M totally vindicates it. And you know what? Honestly, if Joey says so, I believe Joey.
All I'm saying, vindication.
I totally thought you were going to say Vin Diesel.
Exactly. This is family.
This is family.
This is family. Joey's family.
That's all of the questions from the week. We do have an update from Absolutely Not Labs.
Yeah.
So I will read the update from them. Good morning, gentlemen. It is the afternoon for us right now. Get comfortable because it's going to take a minute. Last week, we asked your listeners to take a survey to rate the 3 of you on your fake college courses. Our little survey has certainly given us some interesting results. Let's dig in. The first question we asked, whose course suggestion was best? And I won that. I did. 55.6% agreed that me suggesting that Dan teach how to pick up women was the best, followed by Ryan at 35.2%, and then Dan's suggestion for Ryan at 9.3%. So Dan did not win that one.
Bro, I hit the single digits.
Yeah. The second question Ben won again for best course overall with 61.7% of the vote. Let's go.
Dang.
Followed by Ryan at 21.3% and Dan at 17%. So main competition points are awarded as follows: Ben 3, Ryan 2, Dan 1. And then they actually open it up for opinions from listeners. So you could have gone to our YouTube comments, clicked the link, and added it. So people said things like, I think +2 to Dan for incorporating constructive criticism for his students and correctly identifying the fact that women just want men to be gay without being gay. And then stuff like 2 points for Ryan because he got sidetracked and excited about how so many things came in flannel. His eyes literally lit up. 1 point for Dan because I love the jokes that targeted Ryan. And sorry, Ben, I still love you. I still love your drawings. So that's rude. But we here at Abs Labs discussed it and we agreed that Dan deserves 2 bonus points because he was the best prepared.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm just making sure the air conditioning covered. Okay.
Dan deserves 2 bonus points because he was the best prepared and had the most useful course overall. Way to go, Dan. All things being considered, Ben scored 2 bonus points as well. We got multiple messages praising his well-practiced presentation and visual aids and felt 1 bonus point wasn't quite enough. Ryan, most people wanted to take points away from you.
Just don't know how to respond to that. Like, that's just,
why? So they gave you 1 consolation point because at least you covered your underdressed lap with an on-theme blanket. Better luck next time, Ryan.
Thanks, absolutely not.
The current score right now is Ryan 14, Dan 17, Ben 18. And they wrote, see, Ben, you're back on top. Well done. And then they wrote, however, there was an exciting development Sunday night as one of the guys stumbled upon and completed a secret challenge. Everyone at Abs Labs would like to congratulate Dan for being the first of the podcasters to follow Absolutely Not Labs on social media.
Yay!
For this, he won 2 secret bonus points, putting the overall totals at Ryan 14, Dan 19, Ben 18. It's okay, Ben. We know you wanted second place anyway. Rude.
True, but
Not
rude.
Wrong. One more thing, we thought it was about time for your team to meet ours, kinda. From now on, we'll try to include a brief biography of one of our Absolutely Not Labs crew with each challenge. Today, you get to meet the intern, Absolutely Not an Intern on Instagram. The intern keeps the Chaos Minions well-fed and caffeinated and is the authority in all things macabre. She also has a crush on one of you that we never, ever tease her about. That's it. As always, thanks for playing along. As long as you want them, we'll keep sending you opportunities to be competitive and silly. Until the next challenge, gentlemen. Cheers. Absolutely not.
Yay, absolutely not.
Yeah. I love them so much. I'm curious how many of them there are. This is
apparently there's a team of them. I thought it was just one person.
No.
So TLDR, Ben won. Everyone thinks Ryan needs pants. Dan is, as usual, in first. Enjoy it while it lasts, Daniel. But that's it. That's all. That's the whole episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us. If you liked us and you want to come back next week, we do this every Saturday at noon. If you want to find us outside of the podcast, Ryan, where can they go?
YouthPastorRyan.com.
Dan?
That's it. Yeah,
Dan Bavin on all social media except for Snapchat, which is at Dan_YOLOLove.
You forgot it. You say it every week.
Dan_YOLOLove. Ooh.
And you can find all of my links at benbrainard.com. It's spelled Ben Brain A-R-D. If you can't figure out how to spell brain, try using yours. You can find the podcast links and all of their special stuff at GDFMpodcast.com. You can email the podcast at podcast@GDFMpodcast.com. And don't forget to get 20% off and free worldwide shipping with Manscaped at manscaped.com using the discount code GDFM20. We love you. We thank you. We thank you. We love you. We thank you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.